Why? A big part of what we're going to be doing in this video series is what I call taking the next step of why. For example, we get told by the investment advisors, it's important to be diversified. Why? Futures trading is risky. Why? Education is very important. Why? We hear all these platitudes and pieces of advice all the time, but nobody ever then takes the next step to say, why? This is why it's important. So today, what we're going to be talking about is the education one. Education is important. Why? Well, I'm Dr. Matthew Matigan. Welcome back to Blue World. And I want to start with the story that tells what the most important thing I ever learned about education was and the really, really unusual place and circumstance under which I learned it. I was 16 years old with a couple of friends of mine. We had just gone to a movie. It could not be any more cliche. We were in his father's Oldsmobile Delta 88 sedan, four-door sedan. And this was in the days when electric windows and electric locks for average middle-class Joe driver was pretty new. So after the movie, we went to McDonald's, went into McDonald's, ordered our food, came back out, and we discovered my friend had locked the keys in the car. So we go back into the McDonald's and they found a coat hanger to give us. So we went over and 15 or 20 minutes, we were trying to jimmy the lock open. Well, a local police officer pulls into the parking lot, sees three teenage guys standing around a sedan with a coat hanger going down through the weather stripping in the window. So he comes up behind us and it was, fellas, what are you doing? So we explained, no, it's his father's car. We locked the keys in the car. We can't get the lock open. They're electric locks. We don't know what to do. So he says, all right, let me give it a try. So he goes back to his car. He gets his Slim Jim. He comes over, tries for another, I'm going to say 5-10 minutes. He can't get it either and finally says, all right, fellas, we really have no choice here. I'm going to have to call you a locksmith. So he gets a locksmith for us. We stand there and we wait for another 45 minutes for the locksmith to show up. He pulls into the parking lot at McDonald's in his van, opens his door, grabs a couple of things, walks over, uses a little tool to pull the weather stripping by the window back, shines his flashlight down, reaches in with a tool, click, boom, opens the door and says, $80. And I was disgusted. I said, $80 for 2 seconds work? And he turns and he looked at me and he said, what did you just say? I said $80 for 2 seconds work. He said, 2 seconds work, really? I said, well, yeah. He said, well, let me ask you something. He said, I can see the white paint chips down there from the coat hanger that you guys were using to try to get this door open. How long did you do that? I said, probably 20 minutes. And he said, I can also see the damage on the mechanism from officer-friendly Slim Jim. How long did he try? I said, probably another 10 minutes. He said, how long did it take me to get here? I said, almost an hour. He said, then how long did it take me to open the door? I said, 2 seconds. That's my point. He goes, well, that's my point. He said, what's the difference between you and me? I said, well, you know what you're doing. He said, that's right, son. I don't get paid for what I do. I get paid for what I know. And that moment is what convinced me that the value in anything you do, whether you're a carpenter, a TV repairman, or a brain surgeon or a rocket science, your value is never based in what you do. It's based in what you know. And from that moment on, no piece of information or education that I ever absorbed was ever trivial again. Once again, I'm Dr. Matthew Matigan, and remember, brain surgery is not rocket science to a brain surgeon. See you for the next one. If you're interested in learning more, have a look at our other videos, and if you like what you see, please help us grow by subscribing and leaving us a like on the video.